FC action with the Chattanooga Kickoff Network. Tune in for live broadcasts of every match, in-depth analysis, and more. Whether you're at home or on the go, never miss a moment of the excitement. Follow us on social media at Chattanooga FC for the latest club news and updates. Chattanooga Kickoff Network, bringing the game to you.
Looking for a fun, exciting night out for your family? Look no further. We've got it. Chattanooga Football Club matches are the perfect family-friendly event. Enjoy the game, food trucks, and activities for kids of all ages. Make memories and support your local club. Visit ChattanoogaFC.com for schedule and ticket information. From thrilling goals to community spirit, there's something for everyone. Chattanooga Football Club, where soccer and community come together.
What I know about courage, I learned from my adoptive mom. She said sometimes you just gotta hold on and know we'll get through this. Mom, we are so high up. Hold my hand.
No, you hold my hand.
Here we go.
Learn about adopting a teen from foster care. You can't imagine the reward. Visit adoptuskids.org to find out more.
I learned patience from my adoptive dad. All he had to say was,
"Hey, you got this. Just breathe." Hey, we're pretty good.
yeah,
Might have to start a band.
I got it.
Learn about adopting a teen from foster care. You can't imagine the reward. Visit adoptuskids.org to find out more. This message is brought to you by Adopt US Kids, the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, and the Ad Council.
Become a part of the Chattanooga FC family. Season tickets are available now, offering you the best seats and exclusive perks. Enjoy priority access, special events, and much more. Whether you're a die-hard fan or new to the game, there's a place for you with CFC. Visit cfctix.com and secure your season tickets today. Together, we're unstoppable, and together, we make every game an event to remember. Chattanooga FC, where loyalty meets passion.
Attention Chattanooga FC supporters. Get exclusive content and insider access by following us on social media. From live match commentary to player interviews and training highlights, there's always something new to discover. Engage with us on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook to stay in the loop and never miss a moment. Be the first to know about special events, ticket offers, and giveaways. Follow Chattanooga Football Club today and join our online family.
This is Chattanooga. One city, one club. 16 years ago, you built something real.
3-0 Chattanooga Football Club!
A club founded and owned by the people, rooted in the heart of Chattanooga.
Bicycle kick, he scores!
For the city, for the community, for us.
Chattanooga way out in front at home!
But everyone doesn't do it the Chattanooga way. We have roots, history, purpose. No matter what came at us, you stood up for CFC. Philly Stadium became a home. Chattanooga stood tall, decided we're always better together. Why try to divide a family? All are welcome here, but there's only one Chattanooga, and there's only one Chattanooga Football Club. This is where legends rise. This is where the real Chattanooga grows stronger. When they step onto our pitch, make them feel a city united under one crest. They say the sincerest form of flattery is imitation. So thank you for recognizing that what we have is something that you want. CFC was built, not bought.
It's game time in Chattanooga, Tennessee between Orlando City B and Chattanooga Football Club. I'm Gabriel Schrei, glad you're along for the ride for what promises to be a barn burner between these two. Top of the table clash coming up. It's match week 4, 72 degrees Fahrenheit at Finley Stadium. The Lions have made the trip north from the Sunshine State to battle the Scenic City. We're going to have all the action before we get started. One more short break. Some pregame analysis coming and kickoff just seconds away. It's Chattanooga Football Club and Orlando City B.
Children are the greatest joy and our best hope for a better future. Friends, they are the future. But did you know that millions of kids are facing hunger every day? Food is not just food. It's energy, health, confidence, hope, and even love. Yes, love.
Thank you!
Learn more about how No Kid Hungry is helping end child hunger in America at helpnokidhungry.org.
Show your Chattanooga FC pride everywhere you go with official club gear. From stylish hats and tees to cozy hoodies and scarves, we've got everything you need to represent your team. Visit our online store at ChattanoogaFC.com or stop by our merchandise stands at Finley Stadium. Gear up and wear your colors proudly. Let's paint the city blue together. Chattanooga Football Club. Your team, your style, your gear.
Hi, I'm E.J. Williams for American Humane. For thousands of years, dogs have been our best friends in our worst times. Today, we're also learning that our best friends, millions of whom are abandoned each year, are often the best medicine when people are facing obstacles. To help both people and animals, organizations like American Humane have been working to harness the healing power of the human-animal bond, finding animals in need of forever homes and training them as life-saving service and therapy dogs to help our veterans, the elderly, and children overcome the daily obstacles of life. In this way, the rescued can become the rescuers. To find out how you can help give animals and the people they help a new leash on life, please visit AmericanHumane.org.
This is the Chattanooga Kickoff Network. Now back to more Chattanooga Football Club action with your play-by-play host, Gabriel Schrei.
In Chattanooga, Tennessee, it's time for kickoff as getting started with the ball, Orlando City B. Hi, everyone. Welcome. Chattanooga Football Club radio coverage tonight. I'm Gabriel Schrei, and we are underway between Chattanooga's Football Club and Orlando City B. Chattanooga Football Club will start the first 3/4 of an hour working from right to left from where you sit. They're wearing their Navy kits, wearing the white. Orlando City B on the road working from left to right. Chattanooga quickly down the pitch into the attacking third, and this is lost, rolling off in the wing up into the brickwork. Couldn't keep that one on the pitch as we're just getting started. Glad you're with us. This promises to be a really thrilling matchup between these two, and super, super crucial points on the line. More on that in just a moment, but these are two of the top teams in the league. Throw in coming. Orlando City B takes it away from Chattanooga Football Club. They're way down on the left on the far side in the corner, trying to play some keep away with CFC. Headed from midfield after Orlando tries to clear, and Chattanooga stays with the ball, trying to volley this back down towards the 18-yard box, and a blown tire as this one rolls through. Orlando City B's keeper onto the ball. Saw that coming, able to get on top of it. And they're going to award Chattanooga a kick. My goodness, he got him on the heel, and I thought there was no way they would award him a kick. That is beyond prime position for this. Chattanooga Football Club is not even a dozen yards away from the right side of the 18-yard box. Prime spot. Tate Robertson, Milo Garvanian standing by with the ball. They could bust this open. We're in the 3rd minute. Unreal. Scoreless, just getting started in Chattanooga between CFC and Orlando City B, and Chattanooga will take the free kick. Tate Robertson is standing just to the left of the ball. He's going to take it. Long shot. The volley goes wide right. Deflected away by a 4-man micro wall. Very well played by Orlando City B. They're able to bust up what would have been a fantastic scoring chance for Chattanooga. That does mean as it's last touched by the Orlando City B side, Chattanooga will have back-to-back set-piece plays. Chattanooga sends Robertson to the corner from the far side. He bends it over the top, backdoor of the 6-yard box. There's the header by Kohler. It's out front, loose, taken at once and now sent away. Naglestad tried to put a play onto the ball. CFC regathers out front of the penalty arc. Left side, Marcus stepping around a defender. Fed out front just beyond the boots of the referee. It's taken up by Robert Screen. He'll pitch it deep into the corner on the far side from the end line. Cross over the top, and this one sails onto the greenery of the concourse behind the twine. Scoreless as we enter the 4th minute of play between Chattanooga and Orlando City B. Thanks for being with us. This is MLSNP action. It'll be another set piece for Chattanooga Football Club. They'll again take this from behind. They're on the far corner trying to drive this out front into the area. Glad you're with us. 4th minute is halfway over. Tate Robertson again will deliver. Chattanooga so far all down on the left side, bringing pressure on Orlando City B. This is their 3rd set piece in the first 4 minutes of play. Robertson fakes like he's going to bend it over the top. Dipped into play gently. Left off for Milo Garvanyan. Screen. Feeds this over the top. Fareed Sarsar header inside. Cleared away by Orlando City B. Backdoor. Beautiful pass by Menjay. Marcus Naglestad can't regather. This one sent out front and into midfield where Chattanooga will have to reset. A collision means the ball will go with Orlando City B on the kick. Starting 11 tonight for Chattanooga Football Club. Yukovic in goal. He was really good in the U.S. Open Cup match over the week on Wednesday, battling it out with the Red Wolves of Chattanooga. Dudley getting the start. Kohler, Fareed Sarsar, the center back. Milo Garvanyan. Mendonça will get the start. Robert Screen, Tate Robertson, Menjay Quack, Naglestad, the veteran presence, and Watson getting the nod tonight. Callum will round out our 11 for Chattanooga FC. Orlando City B goes to midfield. Another collision immediately. This time Sarsar will draw the foul, and Chattanooga awarded the kick. They'll be right on top of midfield in the stripe and roll it to the close side where it's taken up by Watson. He goes down to Garvanyan. Screen backwards at midfield. Turning both ways. A lot of pressure on Chattanooga, so they're going to try and fit it around the edge. Down the touchline. Long feed to Menjay, who's in the wing. He gets it from Garvanyan. Pitch back to him on the left side of the area. Feed inside, and it's cleared by Orlando City B. Aerial play taken at once, now twice off the mark, and the collision going to result in a foul against Chattanooga. Garvanyan a little too much contact for our official. Volleying that, trying to make the play. Sean Platts now will leave it off on the kick. Noham will get a start at the center back. He'll go to the keeper, Carlos Mercado. Mercado getting his 3rd start of the season. Both of these clubs are undefeated to this point. 2 wins and 1 draw apiece in MLSNP play. 8 points for Chattanooga. 8 points for Orlando City B. 5 goals, 4-3 against for Chattanooga FC. Amzian Sid Mahand is the guy so far for Chattanooga. CFC takes it up in the middle third of the pitch, tries to dump it down the wing, and it's taken away by Orlando. OCB pitches this to the midfield circle, a couple of passes in a row. Left off by Sean Platts. He finds help in Justin Ellis. Ellis tries to feed this down the field, taken by Milo Garvanyan. Now Judelson. Judelson long feed. Chattanooga takes it away on the back, and Yukovic, the veteran play in the area. Dangerous moment, streaking down inside, but unable to string anything together. Couple of feeds, and now the ball left off at midfield. Orlando City B draws the foul. Sean Platts will leave it for Robert Screen, and Chattanooga will kick. 7th minute, scoreless. We're winding towards the 8th minute quickly. Glad you're with us. Chattanooga Football Club Radio. They're taking on OCB and MLSNP play tonight. Gabriel Schrei. Starting 11 for Orlando City B. Mercado, Platts, Sargis, Abdullahi, Reed Brown, Solis, Judelson, Taifi, Klepier, Ellis, and Tallis. And that rounds out the 11. Subs are Himes, Archange, Quevedo, Rodriguez, and Torrey. Ball is dumped to Mercado, who resets us. Rolls it across, won't stay there long. Orlando City out front to Judelson. Dillon backwards to the edge of the 6-yard box. Orlando working to get away from their own 18, halfway through the 8th minute. Long feed through midfield, header by Chattanooga. It keeps rolling. Chattanooga and Orlando a battle into the 18, and in the 6-yard box, a collision. Massive collision. Staying with him is Kohler, Ethan making life difficult. Talis Gomez Ferreira das Ramos, the Brazilian, riding the ball, and Kohler all the way to Ikopovic, who they run down. Ikopovic up quickly and looks to be all right. Eldine, goal kick and gets it right back, quickly returned to him. Eldine Ikopovic pitches the ball out, takes it back again. 9th minute has begun where we're still scoreless, a clean sheet in the Scenic City between Chattanooga and Orlando. 1, 2, 3, 4 passes. They're just outside of their own 18-yard box. It's Chattanooga FC who's on top of the ball. CFC went to Kohler, now back to Eldine Ikopovic. The veteran keeper tries the far side, looking for somewhere to finesse this down the touchline. Back to him, Eldine, dangerous pass just beyond Talis. Kohler to the close side, caught up by Garvanyan, who's on the touchline. Milo. He'll go backwards into the area of Chattanooga, still scoreless, 10th minute coming. Cool start, collected start for these two sides. A couple of run-ons, a lot of set pieces created for Chattanooga. No one able to capitalize yet, and so far this one looks like it's going to be close. OCB fits this through traffic somehow, but nowhere to go with it. Out front to Dudley, delivered by Ikopovic, the keeper. Now into the 10th minute. Chattanooga and Orlando still deadlocked, scoreless between these two as the ball rolls all the way down the touchline to the left side, and Mercado, the keeper, pushes it off. Chattanooga will throw in. Mendonça takes it up from Garvanyan. Naglestad pushes it back to him. Nick again. Mendonça defended way outside by Talis. Looking where to distribute with it. Goes back and forth, left off for Ethan Dudley. All the way to the center back, Kohler. He'll try the far side. And the right back, Fareed, pushes this down to the edge of the wing. Chattanooga finds Tate Robertson. He's working to center the ball up. Floated across, rolled to the close side. Dudley chips it down into the wing, and Quack has it sent off intentionally on a good clear. Really good effort defensively by Taifi, the midfielder. Zachariah gets after the ball. Signed in March of this year, scored his first goal just days before, netted a 2-1 home opener win against Columbus Crew on March 9th. Chattanooga back underway. They've got the ball just beyond midfield on the attacking side. They're down to the left. Chipped down the wing, and this one lost. Rolled off over the touchline. Halfway through the 11th minute, our sheet remains clean. Gabriel Schry, glad you're with us. Tonight's officials, the head referee, Mohamed Kalea. The assistant referee, 1, Austin Holt. Joshua Belk, assistant referee, 2. And Alexander Zayakovsky is our 4th official. Orlando will get this started off the throw-in. From the end line, they're going to try an aerial play out to midfield. Header goes up. This one over the top of the stripe. Regathered by Chattanooga momentarily and stolen by Orlando. Possession. Back and forth these two go. Now down the touchline. Chattanooga pitches it back up to midfield. Robert Screen looking for where to go. 5 yards beyond the midfield stripe. He'll push it down towards the wing. This one loose. Battle for the ball and rolled over by Chattanooga. Tahir Reed Brown parked himself on top of it, and the American native, the defender, the club's 15th homegrown player, parks himself on the ball and is able to draw the whistle as Callum Watson runs him over. Midway through our 12th minute, 11.5 played with a clean sheet in Chattanooga. This one is sent on a rifle shot from the corner out towards midfield, gathered up about 10 yards beyond the area, and Chattanooga draws the foul quickly. Free kick coming. Orlando City will deliver. Fareed Sarsar able to stymie them momentarily. Tahir Reed Brown will take the kick. 10 appearances in 2023 for OCB as he got started. Helped his side reach their first MLS Next Pro playoff appearance. Also was in the All-Star game that year. Very special piece of this roster. Delivered long by Orlando beyond midfield. Taken at, battle for the ball, and Orlando has it down along the touchline in front of the Chattanooga bench. Turning and looking for a long feed all the way down into the area, and Jakopovic makes an incredible save. Taifi took up the ball, tried to drive it onto the 6-yard box, and Eldine was ready, gets out, puts a cleat onto the ball, and pitches it away. Scoreless as we're closing in on our 14th minute between Chattanooga and Orlando. From Fort Finley and the Scenic City, it's a duel. Orlando takes it away, no call, lots of space. 4-on-4 scoring chance. Knifing his way across the penalty arc. Left side shot deflected away by Eldine. Jakopovic, an incredible play. And they've got Jakopovic fired up. The elder statesman, the veteran, very classy, is not happy. What a move to get through. Orlando doing everything they can to get that shot on goal. Knifing his way through traffic, dribbling, able to get it off. Just unable to hammer that home is Justin Ellis, the center forward from Wellington, Florida. So as that's touched off by the keeper, it'll be a corner from the far side for Orlando midway through the 14th minute. Clean sheet stands for now. Set piece for OCB. Chattanooga FC back in their defensive shell. The Blues awaiting this purple kick. Sent on just along the touchline, deep in the corner, out to the edge of the wing, left side of the 18-yard box. Orlando feeds it out front. The man from Wellington, right side, covered again. The keeper back-to-back big saves. Eldine is showing his stuff off in Chattanooga. And I could drone on and on and on about that keeper. Eldine Jakopovic, longtime veteran in European football, comes back to stateside, plays for LAFC at American MLS, and now playing for Chattanooga FC, an elder statesman and certainly a class act. Chattanooga has reversed fields to the attacking side. Naglestad deep into the wing, feed inside, and Robertson has it deflected away. Milo Garvanyan regathers, trying to center this up on the pitch. Dudley to Fareed Sarsar on the very edge of the midfield circle. They're in the attacking side. Back and forth they go, playing some catch as we close in on our 16th minute. The sheet remains clean between Chattanooga and Orlando for now. Rolling all the way back, this is a full reset. So far, a lot of action. Unbelievable. We haven't seen a score yet with all the run-on kicks. This one's sent back out towards the midfield. Regathered just in front of the stripe by Orlando. Tries to finesse that through. Judelson loses it. Chattanooga has it for a half second. Noham, the center back, pitches to the far side where he finds Muhammad. Left off near the touchline. Orlando into the 16th minute now with possession. Just behind the midfield circle on their own end of the pitch. Naglestad playing press here, the wily veteran after the ball. Chattanooga trying to shut down a couple of passes through midfield. Well played, aerial down towards the attacking side from left to right. Orlando looking for somewhere to feed this. Left off, passed back just beyond the wing. Out front looking for the centering feed. Unable to knife their way through, so Orlando will regather down along the touchline on the far side. Chipped out 10 yards beyond the penalty arc, and now a full reset as the Lions will roll this beyond midfield all the way to their keeper Mercado. And that's not all the way, really. Carlos is about 10 yards away from midfield, standing just behind the circle. Scoreless clean sheet, 17th minute is arriving now between Chattanooga and Orlando at Fort Finley in the Scenic City. Battle with the ball, sidestepping through traffic. Chattanooga intercepts in vacant space. From midfield, long feed, Naglestad. Backdoor pitch to Menje. Quack in the wing, alongside the 18-yard box on the left side. Fed inside, shot to the left and deflected off. Milo Garvanyan lights off a shot, and it finds Taifi. Great job parking himself in the way. And the young defender creating trouble for Chattanooga, but they'll have yet another set piece midway through the 17th minute. Closing in on our 18th minute with a clean sheet between Chattanooga and Orlando. The corner will come down on the left from the close side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Navy kits inside of the box. 7 white kits trying to shove them away. Mercado in his orange. The keeper for Orlando set. Here's the delivery. Backdoor. Carlos gloves the ball. flashes both hands, goes up high and pulls it down to safely keep that from pinballing around in the 6-yard box. Orlando keeps the sheet clean as we've entered the 18th minute of play between the Scenic City and the Sunshine State. Mercado is slow to rise, still lying with the ball, and our referee is spending some time with him. Mohamed Kalea wants to make sure that he's all right before we play on. Went down hard on the edge of the 6-yard box. We'll soon enter the 19th minute of play between these two. Orlando City B unbeaten this season. They matched Chattanooga's record, 2 wins and a draw, plus a shootout win. Manuel Goldberg in his second year guiding a young squad looking for its first ever victory over Chattanooga FC. And Manuel Goldberg, young squad, he's a young coach. He's the youngest in MLSNP history. And Carlos is not good. They're going to come on and check on the keeper. He's rolled around a bit. Melanie Schaefer, the trainer of Chattanooga FC, comes on herself to make sure that he's all right. And so will they take a moment to ensure that he's safe, all right, good to go, and play on? We'll take a moment as well and take a break. Don't go anywhere. Chattanooga Football Club, Orlando City B, scoreless, a clean sheet as we roll into the 19th minute of play from Fort Finley.
Kids about the dangers of vaping can be hard. Getting them to listen to hot gossip is easy. So here's some drama you could share with your kid. Dude, did you hear about Cassie and Jake? No, but did you hear that vaping can cause irreversible lung damage and nicotine affects brain development? Nuh-uh. You don't need to gossip if you want to have an open conversation about vaping. So if you want to get tips on when and how to talk to your kids, visit talkaboutvaping.org. Brought to you by the American Lung Association and the Ad Council.
This is the Chattanooga Kickoff Network. Now back to more Chattanooga Football Club action with your play-by-play host, Gabriel Schrei.
Mercado checked on by Melanie Schaefer. It appears as though he's all right, so hopefully he's able to play on without any problems. Never want to see a guy dinged up in just the course of regular action, but it does look like he's going to be all right and good to go, and it'll be goal kick midway through the 20th minute. Carlos drop kicks this, a blast out to midfield, a battle for it on the stripe. Rolling backwards and regathered. On the left, it's Orlando City B. Out front, trying to work this through. Judelson doesn't see anywhere to go as screen comes up on him, so returned to the keeper. Mercado tries again, pitching this over the top, and it's sent into the air. This one, aerial ride for Orlando. They've got it just beyond midfield. Pitch down the touchline in front of the Chattanooga bench is sent backwards behind the midfield stripe, and Orlando will now retreat with the ball intentionally. Naglestad in pursuit, kept away from him and delivered to Carlos, the keeper, who will distribute again. 21st minute is here, still scoreless, clean sheet, Chattanooga and Orlando. Orlando with the ball, they're going to try that same feed. This time Mercado finds someone. Header down the field on the left side of the 18-yard box. Out front, penalty arc, backdoor, there's a shot, left side, Eldine the save. Jakobovic, unbelievable. Somehow through traffic, backdoor to Typhy, the midfielder. He's running on, a really good series of passing. They feed it up top to Justin Ellis. He walks it onto the left side of the penalty arc, goes backdoor. He splits the difference between Kohler and Garvanyan, who are right there. Gets that onto the boots of Typhy, and Zachariah just can't finish it off as Eldine throws his boot to the right side and makes the save. What that does mean is it's a set piece, and Eldine still has not escaped danger in the face of Orlando City B. The corner will come from down on the right side on the close side, and we're into the 22nd minute with a clean sheet. Still scoreless. This one delivered down along the end line. Orlando. Backdoor, fed inside. This one headed wide right, just off the mark for Orlando. Another brilliant scoring chance. Orlando City has had a few really high-quality chances in a row. Chattanooga has got to clamp down on that. They can only survive so many quality shots. Orlando's man immediately grabbed both sides of his head, his temples, and he knew that was a blown opportunity, a really good scoring chance. Chattanooga fights it through to midfield. Mendonca's on top of it. From right to left, he's working his way into the attacking third. Out to the penalty arc, fires a shot left side, it's wide. Carlos Mercado diving, trying to glove the ball. It goes just wide. That would have been absolutely buried. A howitzer from 20 yards beyond the box by Nick Mendonça. Mendonça, a new face this year, an important addition for this roster, defensive midfielder, 23-year-old from Miami, Florida. He came to Chattanooga from North Texas SC2, helped them lift the 2024 MLS Next Pro Cup. Mendonça played in 22 matches. He was really good last year. Before that, he was with MNUFC2 in 2022, made 24 appearances, had some assists. He's been really good. Goal kick, and immediately Carlos is able to draw a foul by Chattanooga, so it'll be a free kick. This is 9 yards away from the midfield circle for Orlando, who's working from left to right. OCB is going to have to make a decision on which way to go late in the 23rd minute. A lot of options to play with. Left off for Noham. They'll go to Mercado. Carlos pitches it over the top. Chattanooga's on it for a moment before it's lost. Blown tire. Dyson Clapier keeps this for Orlando just beyond midfield. They'll float it over the top to the backside to Judelson, who leaves it off for the keeper. Quack and Naglestad are playing up just beyond the area on the penalty spot. Mercado tries the far side, just in front of midfield on the stripe. It's taken by Chattanooga out of the air. Here they come. They've got a head of steam. Long pass down into the 18. Backdoor shot by Naglestad, and he misfires. Marcus got a hold of it into the 18-yard box. He goes, and 10 yards away from the twine, he tries to float it over the top and find the score, but just can't quite hook it all together. So it's going to be a goal kick now, or rather a corner kick for Chattanooga FC. It'll come from the far side, and they're all the way down on the left end of the pitch. 4 white kits standing in the 6-yard box. Everybody else is between the penalty spot and penalty arc. Shoveling, jostling, there's the signal, left off, just into the wing, out front on the right side of the 18, back into the wing alongside the box, to the corner of it on the right side. Screen to Garvanyan, and it's chipped away where Chattanooga will have to regather in front of the Chattahooligans. Quickly thrown in deep into the corner. It's Robert Screen who comes up on top of the ball. Screeny down the touchline. Dribble. Sent back out front to the right side. Chattanooga floated around one would-be defender. Been inside for the 6-yard box, and Carlos pulls this out of the air away from Menje. Hit him in the face with his glove, and the call by our referee. 25th minute is about to collapse into the 26th, where we're scoreless, closing in on half of an hour played. Menje tried to put a helmet onto the ball. He tried to header that, and as he slid under the ball, Carlos was grabbing it with his gloves. He goes down and tries to draw the whistle. Seems like no significance in the call in favor of Chattanooga. Tomorrow, Atlanta and Miami play at noon Eastern. That should be a great matchup. This one pitched on down to the left side, driving from left to right towards midfield goes Orlando. 1-2-3 passes and lost. Couple of good connections, trying to find a way to get that up to Ahmad, but it's misfired. They'll float it in on the throw-in all the way over the top of midfield to Chattanooga errantly. Kohler leaves it to Eldine. Yukopovic, late in the 26th minute, standing on top of the football. He's wearing a lime green kit today. The keeper for Chattanooga over in front of the CFC bench. Scenic City, Callum Watson. To midfield over the stripe. Naglestad dribbling backwards. Marcus will bend this. Long feed over the top to the close side. Still near midfield, it's Chattanooga. Dudley down the touchline finds Garvanyan. Milo inside to screen and kept away once from Orlando. Now back into the wing on the close side to the left of the 18-yard box. End line out front. Naglestad misfires. Couldn't get a shot on net. The ball just rolls past his boot. Nearly fired a missile. And behind the circle, Orlando ships it to the close side and Platts. They're on the move from left to right. A lot of help, big convoy. Inside to Justin Ellis. Ellis delivers it across to the far side. And Orlando, feeling unsure, is going to take their time at midfield. Returned all the way backwards to the keeper Mercado, who's going to do a bit of a full reset. Not a ton of pressure so far, but enough that it's making life a little more difficult than usual for these guys. This one's sent back in front of the 18-yard box. Orlando all the way down to the left, working it around. They're going to try and go on to midfield, but they're going to find Typhy. Typhy holds it for just a moment before he leaves it for Platts. Orlando deep inside. They're going to have to reset to keep it away from Menje, and so that's exactly what they do. Noham to Mercado. Carlos, the keeper, delivers an aerial play out towards midfield, and it's headed, but errantly sails on it. So the ball is off near midfield, and Chattanooga will take over about midway between the midfield stripe and the 18-yard box of Orlando. Backwards to Dudley, backwards again to Kohler. And they'll try the close side of things. Screen from just beyond the circle. This ball goes straight up, a shot into the air. Couldn't connect initially. They'll try again. Chattanooga trying to get a hold of the ball and get on top of it. Nothing doing. Sent to the far touchline in front of the bench of Orlando City B. Chattanooga through traffic. Down to the right corner. All the way to the 6-yard box. It's Mercado. Down on the left, Orlando City B with possession. They'll try the touchline in front of the Chattanooga. Midway through our 29th minute where we're scoreless between these two. Nearly have played a half of an hour. Long outlet feed for Orlando from their own third of the pitch all the way over the top into the attacking third, and it's taken out of the air by Chattanooga. Pinballed around and in vacant space, CFC will take it up. Dudley tries a long strike of the ball. Menje's on top of it, and it rolls off a play. Very well defended by Orlando City B. Noham stays between Menje and the ball, so it rolls off. Last touched by Chattanooga. And we're into the 30th minute, nearly one half of an hour played between these two. Thrown on with authority out towards midfield. Chipped around Kohler. Here comes Orlando City B from left to right. Long feed, OCB. Too much pressure from Chattanooga. A bit of a reset. Orlando will try the far side. Dished there by Jon Solis. He couldn't find anyone initially, so Orlando will go backwards. Out towards the midfield circle. Not liking what they're seeing. Returned again. Backwards goes Orlando. Still on the midfield circle. Playing pitch and catch between a trio of guys. Everybody afraid to advance in this situation. Trying the far touchline right in front of the table of the fourth official. They'll bend it over the top on a long pass. Typhy tries to dribble around one Chattanoogan, and it's taken out of the air by Eldine. We've played one half of an hour with a clean sheet between these two. Menje down on the right. Puts Chattanooga back in motion. CFC. Long feed from right to left. Down to Watson. Watson up to the wing. Back out front, centered up, left side, Robert screen. Left corner of the 18-yard box, been inside by Garvanyan, and on the penalty spot sent away by Orlando. Garvanyan gets it right back and dishes it to screen. Robert out front to Mendoza. Back to Robert. Screen chips this over the top of the 6-yard box and covered by Carlos. Well played by Mercado, preventing any damage at the last moment. Was not looking great. And able to keep things clean and safe for himself. This one floated over the top. And at midfield, big collision. A lot of sliding going on. Things really clean, but that collision keeps the ball with Orlando. They didn't like it. The referee sends that their way. 33rd minute, midway through it. Just beyond a half of an hour played, scoreless between these two. Glad you're with us. Ball is sent from left to right towards the attacking side of things. And Orlando trying to fight their way deep into the wing towards the corner, but the ball is lost, rolling off over the end line. Chattanooga Football Club, Orlando City B tonight in MLS Next Pro action. This is a very important matchup for these two clubs. I'll tell you exactly why. Orlando is 5th in the latest MLSNP league poll at 2-0-1 with 8 points. Guess who's 4th with 8 points? Chattanooga FC, also 2-0-1. Whoever wins this propels themselves into the very top of the standings. An outright win would be huge for one of these two clubs if they can avoid going to a shootout. Deadlocked still and scoreless between these two. Ball rolled off deep in the wing on the far side on the attacking end for Orlando, and they're the ones throwing in. Sent on near the edge of the wing. OCB down to the left side of the 18-yard box. It's returned to the touchline. Rolled all the way out front towards midfield. This one goes a really long way, and Orlando basically a full reset. Orlando working from left to right in this first half. The White Kits try pitching this over the top. Left side of the penalty arc. Entry pass, 6-yard box. Eldine the save. Jakobovic blasts that one off of the pitch again. What a save by the veteran keeper for Chattanooga as we enter the 34th minute between these two. Really incredible stuff. Taifi, a deep strike, a long pass down into the area, and he finds a wide open free and running, tails Gomez Ferreira dos Ramos, and he just can't get it to go. He's left of Eldine, walking it towards the 6-yard box, lights off a nice shot, but Jakobovic gets low, gets a boot out of the ball, and sends that one out of play. Midway through our 34th minute, scoreless still. Another throw in from Orlando, same spot as a moment ago. Sent just beyond the wing. Orlando City B. Delivered down to the edge of the wing again on the touchline. Chattanooga playing heavy defense. Garvanyan forced him to pass that away. Now defended heavily by Tate Robertson. It's Reed Brown. He wants to feed inside. Walked down to the end line in the very corner by Orlando. Dribbling against Callum Watson, and in trouble is Solis. Yon loses the ball, and Callum Watson will throw in. Chattanooga takes over. He'll leave it for Tate Robertson, and CFC will work from right to left. Really hot start between Chattanooga and Orlando. Glad you're with us. Pro Side Soccer, MLSNP action between these two. Long toss over the top out towards midfield. Volleyed backwards. Gathered up by Dudley. Deftly touches it to himself and tries the long sneaking pass down the touchline. He's got Garvanyan. Wants the feed to Quack down into the wing, and it's stolen away by Orlando City B. Noham able to intercept. Well played. Throw-in will come to be delivered by Sean Platts, the defender. Chattanooga undefeated in regular season play. They got the shootout win, 2 outright wins. Tough Open Cup loss, a penalty shootout and an exit in front of 12,000 fans on Wednesday. 4th largest attendance in club history. It was a beautiful night. Chris Nugent emphasized fast starts and aggressive play are going to be important this season. I would say that was a fast start, but Chattanooga has yet to lift the lid in this match. Still scoreless, a clean sheet between these two, and a deadlocked duel in Chattanooga, Tennessee from Fort Finley. Glad you're with us as we're late in the 36th minute between these two. Half of an hour, 6 minutes of change played. Nearly have made it through our first 3/4 of an hour between these two. Chattanooga gets us started again, this time working from right to left. Sent down towards the touchline, now at midfield. Bent over the top to the backside. It's the close end of the pitch for us. On the left side of the 18-yard box, Garvanyan. Dribble, dribble, dribble. This one pitched off intentionally. Well played, and Sean Platts boots it off. Great aggressive play by Sean Platts. Chattanooga will take advantage, or at least try to capitalize on the set piece. Sent to do the duty is Quack. Midway through the 37th. Menje in the corner down on the left, close side of the field. Here's the delivery in front of the 6 and headed immediately. Well played defensively by Orlando. Back to the left side. Robertson bends it down low and gloved by Mercado, the keeper. Carlos, great work there. Both of these keepers playing very well so far. 6'3" Mercado is from Laredo, Texas, born in September of '99. Signed with Orlando City B in January of this year, secured a deal through 2025 with options for 26 and 7. He served as the primary keeper in 2024, 83 saves, 20 starts. Ball out to midfield, taken up by Chattanooga. From right to left, a chance to do something, and Naglestad is chipped at and wants the call. Threw his hands into the air immediately, could not believe that he had been disrupted. And now offside as Orlando tries to pitch it over the top in response, and too much on it. Typhy was about 10 strides offside. Midway through the 38th minute, still a clean sheet. We've got some calls to assess. The referee is talking to a little bit of everybody. Mohamed Kalea standing out beyond midfield. And so it'll be a kick from midway between the 18-yard box and midfield circle for Chattanooga. Eldine comes way out to deliver this. Jukopovic going to get it right back. Kohler took it from the circle and gave it off to Eldine. Jukopovic tries airing it out to the far side of the circle this time and not liking what he's seeing there. This one is rejected initially, now taken up by Orlando City B. Working it just beyond the circle and looking for space. Yon Solis, nowhere to go. Back to Solis. He's going back and forth just beyond midfield. Long, winding pass down to the left side of the penalty arc. Caught for a moment and then lost as Chattanooga harasses Orlando's man. Closing in on our 40th minute between these two. First half has rolled by very quickly for Chattanooga and Orlando. Set piece coming for OCB. They're going to throw in back towards midfield. Ball was way down on the right in the wing alongside the 18-yard box for the throw in, but instead they reset by going out to midfield. From the attacking side of the circle, they roll it over the line, back half of the pitch for only a moment. Orlando. One pass now, two. Left off through traffic. Great connection there to Solis. He's got some room to work with. Looking for help. Goes backwards. Typhy's on top of it, only for the moment. This one stripped away, trying to get Justin Ellis going. Now from right to left, here comes Chattanooga's football club. In the 40th minute and time winding as the ball is chipped off again. Throw in coming for Chattanooga. Chattanooga all the way down on the right after the throw-in, working it back and forth. Trying to finesse some space out of the situation. Left off by Robertson. Quick connection to Otero Leon. That doesn't last long either. Another big collision between these guys. We're seeing a lot of chippiness start to surface. This time it's Tadas Gomez Ferreira dos Ramos who picks up the call. Came together with Dudley on a collision. Chattanooga back in a defensive shell. Able to take the ball away, trying to avoid a turnover. This one stolen out of the air and taken in by Orlando. Shot from the right side, and it's deflected away by Eldine. Jukopovic smacks the ball over the end line late in the 41st minute. Really nice save by Eldine. Saw that coming, saw the run on kick, and perfectly deflected out of the field of play. It does mean it creates another set-piece opportunity, though, for Orlando City. 42nd minute has arrived with this clean sheet. Pitched onto the field by Orlando. From the end line, sent out front and intentionally chipped away by Garvanyan. Lands on the edge of the wing. Orlando City tries to regather and get to work, and they can't maintain possession. Headed for only seconds. Garvanyan to throw in from the edge of the wing. Milo. Closing in on our 43rd minute between these two. Chattanooga, long toss over the top. Can't enter midfield. 42nd minute is about to become the 43rd in Chattanooga, Tennessee. And off of a couple of chippy passes, a big collision results in a whistle. So Jon Solis draws a free kick for Orlando and in prime position. They're on the right side of the 18-yard box, about a dozen yards back. And he's got great help alongside him. Zakaira Taifi. Jon standing by. Solis is going to be left alone as Taifi goes back to the 18-yard box. He's down on the right side of the two-man micro wall. Everybody else on the left side of the penalty arc and threatening to crash the 18-yard box. Jon Solis rolls this right side penalty arc, chip down low, and Farid Sarsar clears it off. Great heads-up play by the center back. Farid Sarsar from Argentina saw where that was going. Very well predicted. Gets a boot onto the ball and keeps it from being delivered down inside for the shot. Thrown in again for Orlando. They're down in the corner trying to pitch this inside for a shot, and another foul called. We're into the 44th minute between these two. Midway through it, it's Chattanooga and Orlando. And that's a great spot for a kick again for Orlando. Chattanooga cannot afford to keep picking up these fouls. That's a great spot for Solis. He's from San Jose del Guerrero, Colombia, trying to capitalize on this. Jon. A two-man micro wall for Chattanooga. It's Callum who's going to walk off. One man stays alone is Menje. Jon wants to fire the shot late in the 44th minute. We're into the 45th and nearly have played 3/4 of an hour. Solis staring down Eldin Jakopovic. Here's the signal. Fires the shot. Left side. Rattled in traffic. Chattanooga deflects away initially, and now Menje intentionally ropes that into the air and over the touchline with a big boot. That goes up into row G, and now it'll be thrown in again by Sean Platts in Orlando. Sean walking his way down the touchline deeper into the wing. They're all the way down on the right. Sent out front, gathered by Noham, the center back. He'll return this all the way to the midfield circle. We'll certainly see some stoppage time. The crucial question is just how much. 45th minute is winding. We have nearly played 3/4 of an hour between these two. It's Orlando and Chattanooga. Glad you're with us. I'm Gabriel Schrei. Halftime coming quickly. Solis takes up a pass 10 yards beyond midfield. He's working from left to right. Sidestep Screeney. Out front again. This one for Orlando. Through traffic, delivered to Taifi. Orlando goes to the back door on the right side. Just outside of the wing, it's Sean Platts. Platts returns this out to midfield. 3 minutes of stoppage time is what we're being called for. A long time for Chattanooga to sit back and park the bus. They're going to have to change the strategy here late. Returned left and gathered up just behind the circle. This one delivered deep. Orlando all the way back to their keeper who's standing on the edge of the penalty arc. A full reset as Carlos Mercado is on the ball. We've already played 30 seconds of our 3 minutes of stoppage time. 3/4 of an hour in the books. From Chattanooga, a clean sheet between Orlando City B and Chattanooga's football club. Mercado got us started. One pass now, two. A third as this one rolls through midfield down into the attacking side. Taifi takes it up in the wing on the right side. Sent out front to the 6-yard box and cleared off intentionally by Farid Sarsar. The Argentinian boots the ball over the end line. 47th minute winds onto the clock and the sheet remains clean. Throw in coming for Orlando. Could create some decent danger. We've got about a minute and a half left of stoppage time on this first half. We'll call it a minute and 35 seconds to play. They called for 3 minutes. Orlando City B is all the way down on the right. Everybody's stacked up in the 18-yard box. Just one in the 6. Solis to deliver the corner from the close side. Jon wants to deliver. Here's the signal. Bends it across. Backdoor the 6. Headed out by Chattanooga. Out to the penalty spot. Run on kick right side. It misses wide. Eldin Jakopovic and Chattanooga, a sigh of relief. I believe this is last touched by a Chattanoogan, which means we'll see another corner. Set pieces, deadly and dangerous, swarming around both sides of the pitch. That's where this one's going to break open tonight, it feels like. We're into the 48th minute of play, so less than 60 seconds of stoppage time to go on this first half. Yoan again from the corner will deliver this. The set piece from Solis. Body shifting around on the edge of the 18-yard box. Everybody swarms inside. Out front, pinballs around. Chattanooga gets this over to screen. Menje with the ball. Clears. Aerial play beyond midfield. Big high bounce. Mercado back for it. Carlos the keeper. 15 yards behind the midfield circle. About midway to the midfield stripe. Wants to deliver the pass. He's going to give a long kick on this. We played 2 minutes and 40 seconds of our 3 minutes of called for stoppage time. Long feed into the wing, far side, and Chattanooga's LD Nukopovic will give it off to Farid. The Argentinian. Center to Kohler. Nathan. Long feed rolls it down to Dudley. Chattanooga back in a shell. Typhy up to play aggressively. Tatis up to play aggressively. Chattanooga rolls it to the far side, and that'll do it for stoppage time on our first half. Unable to make anything happen in the late stages. It's going to be a clean sheet as we go to the halftime break. 3/4 of an hour in the books. 3/4 of an hour left to play from Fort Finley in Chattanooga, Tennessee. I'm Gabriel Schreiber. We'll be back with more radio coverage of this match, an electric one so far, in just a moment.
This summer, the Games will bring us together to celebrate our nation's athletes, their sacrifices, resilience, and unwavering passion. Because at the U.S. Center for Safe Sport, we believe athletes are defined by their journey, not the medals they win. And creating a safer stage for all levels of competition is our priority, from the practice fields in your town to the podium in Paris. Join the movement to end abuse at uscenterforsafesport.org.
Chattanooga, every game day is an experience with the Chattanooga Football Club. From thrilling matches at Finley Stadium to community events and fan meetups, there's something for everyone. Join us and be a part of the action. Visit ChattanoogaFC.com for tickets, schedules, and all the latest news. Let's come together and support our team like never before. Chattanooga Football Club, one city, one team, one goal.
What I know about courage, I learned from my adoptive mom. She said sometimes you just gotta hold on and know we'll get through this. Mom, we are so high up. Hold my hand.
No, you hold my hand.
Here we go.
Learn about adopting a teen from foster care. You can't imagine the reward. Visit adoptuskids.org to find out more.
I learned patience from my adoptive dad. All he had to say was,
Hey, you got this. Just breathe. Hey. We're pretty good.
yeah.
Might have to start a band.
I got it.
Learn about adopting a teen from foster care. You can't imagine the reward. Visit adoptuskids.org to find out more. This message is brought to you by Adopt US Kids, the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, and the Ad Council.
Stay connected to all the Chattanooga FC action with the Chattanooga Kickoff Network. Tune in for live broadcasts of every match, in-depth analysis, and more. Whether you're at home or on the go, never miss a moment of the excitement. Follow us on social media at Chattanooga FC for the latest club news and updates. Chattanooga Kickoff Network, bringing the game to you.
Okay, so Sarah, I'm dropping you off at Emily's?
Yep.
And Josh, you're going to?
Soccer, Dad. Soccer practice.
Right. Oh, by the way, I just wanted to let you know when I pick you both up, I'll be wearing my short shorts.
What?
No!
Yep, and my dorky dad hat, and I'm gonna do my dad dance for all your friends. They'll love it!
Seriously? Why?
Because I like my short shorts. Of course, I could be talked out of it if you guys would just buckle up your seatbelts without giving me a hard time.
It's important to get your kids to buckle up for safety, no matter what it takes. And sometimes, all it takes is your parental powers of persuasion.
Okay, we're buckling up.
See, all buckled.
Good choice. I'll just have to do my dad dance at dinner time. What?
No!
Do what you have to make sure your kids are wearing their seatbelts, even on short drives. Never give up until they buckle up. A message from the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council. Visit safercar.gov/kidsbuckleup for more information.
Looking for a fun, exciting night out for your family? Look no further. We've got it. Chattanooga Football Club matches are the perfect family-friendly event. Enjoy the game, food trucks, and activities for kids of all ages. Make memories and support your local club. Visit ChattanoogaFC.com for schedule and ticket information. From thrilling goals to community spirit, there's something for everyone. Chattanooga Football Club, where soccer and community come together.
Become a part of the Chattanooga FC family. Season tickets are available now, offering you the best seats and exclusive perks. Enjoy priority access, special events, and much more. Whether you're a die-hard fan or new to the game, there's a place for you with CFC. Visit cfctix.com and secure your season tickets today. Together, we're unstoppable. And together, we make every game an event to remember. Chattanooga FC, where loyalty meets passion.
Attention Chattanooga FC supporters. Get exclusive content and insider access by following us on social media. From live match commentary to player interviews and training highlights, there's always something new to discover. Engage with us on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook to stay in the loop and never miss a moment. Be the first to know about special events, ticket offers, and giveaways. Follow Chattanooga Football Club today and join our online family.
Children are the greatest joy and our best hope for a better future. Friends, they are the future. But did you know that millions of kids are facing hunger every day? Food is not just food. It's energy, health, confidence, hope, and even love. Yes, love.
Thank you!
Learn more about how No Kid Hungry is helping end child hunger in America at helpnokidhungry.org.
Hi, I'm EJ Williams for American Humane. For thousands of years, dogs have been our best friends in our worst times. Today, we're also learning that our best friends, millions of whom are abandoned each year, are often the best medicine when people are facing obstacles. To help both people and animals, organizations like American Humane have been working to harness the healing power of the human-animal bond, finding animals in need of forever homes and training them as life-saving service and therapy dogs to help our veterans, the elderly, and children overcome the daily obstacles of life. In this way, the rescued can become the rescuers. To find out how you can help give animals and the people they help a new leash on life, please visit AmericanHumane.org.
Hey Chattanooga, show your pride for the Chattanooga Football Club. Our team, our city, our pride. Join us at Finley Stadium and experience the thrill of live soccer. From heart-stopping goals to electrifying saves, there's nothing like the roar of the crowd. Get your tickets now at ChattanoogaFC.com and bring your friends and family for an unforgettable night. Together we can make this season one for the record books. Let's pack the stands and show our team the support they deserve.
Hi, I'm Ryan Blaney, a third-generation race car driver, and we dedicate a lot of our time to going as fast as possible. My grandpa Lou is the reason why my dad and I started racing, and I'm really proud to follow in his tracks. But when my grandpa was diagnosed with Alzheimer's, it was a very unexpected bump in the road for us. I've learned a lot on this journey with my grandpa Lou, and the memories of my grandpa will always be with me. It's important to notice if older family members are acting differently, experiencing problems with their memory, or having trouble with routine tasks. Talking about Alzheimer's can be really tough. But if you notice something, have a conversation with your loved one. Encourage them to see a doctor or offer to go with them. Early detection of Alzheimer's can give your family time to explore support services, make a plan for the future, and access available treatments. The Alzheimer's Association provides care, support, and research to help you take control of the situation with your family and manage the disease together. If you or your family are noticing changes, it could be Alzheimer's. Talk about seeing a doctor together. Visit alz.org/time-to-talk. A message from the Alzheimer's Association and the Ad Council.
Show your Chattanooga FC pride everywhere you go with official club gear. From stylish hats and tees to cozy hoodies and scarves, we've got everything you need to represent your team. Visit our online store at ChattanoogaFC.com or stop by our merchandise stands at Finley Stadium. Gear up and wear your colors proudly. Let's paint the city blue together. Chattanooga Football Club. Your team, your style, your gear.
Ranger Station, Ranger speaking.
Yeah, hi. I'd like to report a bear sighting.
Location.
In the woods, just outside of town.
Oh, not surprising. You've got your home. Bears have theirs.
Yeah, but see, this wasn't just any bear. This bear was wearing jeans and a hat, as in a Smokey Bear.
Jeans and a hat. That's definitely Smokey. What exactly did he have to say?
Well, we were about to head home, after having a bonfire.
Oh, I can guess where this is going.
Right. See, Smokey told me the fire wasn't actually out. He said if it's too hot to touch, it's too hot to leave.
That's true. Did you know that 9 out of 10 wildfires are caused by humans? That means 9 out of 10 wildfires can be prevented.
Wow, no kidding?
I'm a forest ranger. We never kid.
Sorry.
that was a joke. Oh. If you see someone in danger of starting a wildfire, step in and make a difference, because 9 out of 10 wildfires are caused by humans. Brought to you by Smokey Bear, the U.S. Forest Service, your state forester, and the Ad Council. Learn more at smokeybear.com.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
This summer, the Games will bring us together to celebrate our nation's athletes, their sacrifices, resilience, and unwavering passion. Because at the U.S. Center for Safe Sport, we believe athletes are defined by their journey, not the medals they win. And creating a safer stage for all levels of competition is our priority, from the practice fields in your town to the podium in Paris. Join the movement to end abuse at uscenterforsafesport.org.
Chattanooga, every game day is an experience with the Chattanooga Football Club. From thrilling matches at Finley Stadium to community events and fan meetups, there's something for everyone. Join us and be a part of the action. Visit ChattanoogaFC.com for tickets, schedules, and all the latest news. Let's come together and support our team like never before. Chattanooga Football Club, one city, one team, one goal.
What I know about courage, I learned from my adoptive mom. She said sometimes you just gotta hold on and know we'll get through this. Mom, we are so high up. Hold my hand.
No, you hold my hand.
Here we go.
Learn about adopting a teen from foster care. You can't imagine the reward. Visit adoptuskids.org to find out more.
I learned patience from my adoptive dad. All he had to say was,
"Hey, you got this. Just breathe." Hey, we're pretty good.
Yeah.
Might have to start a band.
I got it.
Learn about adopting a teen from foster care. You can't imagine the reward. Visit adoptuskids.org to find out more. This message is brought to you by Adopt US Kids, the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, and the Ad Council.
Stay connected to all the Chattanooga FC action with the Chattanooga Kickoff Network. Tune in for live broadcasts of every match, in-depth analysis, and more. Whether you're at home or on the go, never miss a moment of the excitement. Follow us on social media at Chattanooga FC for the latest club news and updates. Chattanooga Kickoff Network, bringing the game to you.
Okay, so Sarah, I'm dropping you off at Emily's?
Yep.
And Josh, you're going to?
Soccer, Dad. Soccer practice.
Right. Oh, by the way, I just wanted to let you know when I pick you both up, I'll be wearing my short shorts.
What?
No!
Yep, and my dorky dad hat, and I'm gonna do my dad dance for all your friends. They'll love it!
Seriously? Why?
Because I like my short shorts. Of course, I could be talked out of it if you guys would just buckle up your seatbelts without giving me a hard time.
It's important to get your kids to buckle up for safety, no matter what it takes. And sometimes, all it takes is your parental powers of persuasion.
Okay, we're buckling up.
See, all buckled.
Good choice. I'll just have to do my dad dance at dinner time. What?
No!
Do what you have to make sure your kids are wearing their seatbelts, even on short drives. Never give up until they buckle up. A message from the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council. Visit safercar.gov/kidsbuckleup for more information.
This is the Chattanooga Kickoff Network. Now back to more Chattanooga Football Club action with your play-by-play host, Gabriel Schrei.
In Chattanooga, after one half of play, this is a tight matchup between these two. It's been a very exciting match through one half of play, but this one is going to become a real barn burner down the stretch. Let's take a look at some of the matches going on around the league. Tomorrow we've got Atlanta 2, Inter Miami 2. That's a noon kickoff. 2 at 5, it's New York and Chicago, St. Louis and Colorado. At 6, Columbus Crew 2, Crown Legacy. Houston and LA at 7, and at 8 p.m. Eastern, Real Monarchs and Ventura County rounding out the Sunday schedule. So a big slate tomorrow as well. A lot of action going on in MLSNP. Be sure to stay tuned. You can visit the MLS Next Pro website if you want to stay up to date with what's going on around the league. Follow Chattanooga Football Club. Get tickets and more at ChattanoogaFC.com. Find the club on social at Chattanooga FC. I'm Gabriel Schrei. It's a clean sheet after one half of play. 3/4 of an hour in the books. 3/4 of an hour left to play in MLSNP action between Orlando City and Chattanooga FC. Glad you're here for it. This promises to be a really thrilling second half between these two. In this second half, Chattanooga wearing the Navy kits will work from left to right. Orlando wearing the white will work from right to left. And we're underway for our second 3/4 of an hour from Fort Finley in Chattanooga, Tennessee, the Scenic City. Chattanooga starts this second half with the ball and immediately pinballs out of play. Taking a look at some of the stats from the first half of play, what did we see? 7 shots for Orlando, 3 for Chattanooga, 5 were on goal. So Eldin Jakobovic playing out of his mind through the first 3/4 of an hour. Chattanooga unable to really get any quality shots off. 205 passes for Orlando, 188 for Chattanooga, both at 86% passing accuracy. Orlando driving deep. Chattanooga chips it away. Back out to midfield, they'll regather. Left off, Tate Robertson won't keep it for long. Chattanooga, Callum Watson going to try a long bend over the top for Naglestad. Taken away, and it pinballs around. Walking it backwards is Judelson. He doesn't keep it for long. Orlando from right to left, a quick connection down the pitch to Ellis. Justin through traffic, knifing his way into the attacking end. It's Jan Solis now who takes the handoff. On the edge of the midfield circle, they're going right to left. This one nowhere to go for Orlando. Lions return this to the backside of the circle. A couple of tagged up passes. Glad you're with us for Pro Side Soccer. If you're just joining us, we're midway through the 47th minute, scoreless between Chattanooga and Orlando. What promises to be a thrilling second half. Taking a look at the shape of these two sides, Chattanooga is running the traditional 3-4-3, a really interesting shape, a single striker out front, 3-2-4 for Orlando. Here they are, they get a long pass off, and this one is directed over to Eldin, who gloves it easily. Tried to get that through Dyson Claypier, and he's able to gather that up. Eldin Jakobovic preventing any potential for damage. He's looked really sharp through this match. As I mentioned, a lot of shots on goal faced, and continues to stand tall as we enter the 48th minute of play. Chattanooga down the touchline. Tate Robertson out to midfield looking for a long connection. This one fed over the midfield stripe, and Naglestad taken down by Claypier. And as he goes down hard to the turf, that's a foul. Fareed Sarsar, quick kick, and the referee does not like that. Immediately sounds the whistle. I thought he was going to throw a card. He's really unhappy with that. Back underway, Chattanooga will chip into that far side and work down the touchline from left to right. Long feed into the wing. Chattanooga crossing ball inside to the penalty spot. Backdoor right side of the 18. Tate Robertson regathers. Has help both ways. Tries a bend. Backdoor of the 6. Header is gloved. And Garvanyan thought he scored. He threw his hand into the air to celebrate. It was deflected away at the last moment by Carlos Mercado. A good heads-up play by the 6'3 Texan goalkeeper. Unreal. Tate Robertson, a perfect bend across to the back door. Garvanyan helmets the ball, and Mercado gloves it directly away straight. If he had angled it at all inward by mistake, or the ball had a little more momentum, that certainly would have been a goal. Mercado, a bit of good luck. Ball rattles around. Now to midfield on a right to left clearing feed. Orlando all the way through midfield into the attacking side, but Tate Robertson cuts off a would-be pass in vacant space, and Chattanooga on top of it. Eldine goes back to Tate. Now Callum knifes his way around a defender. Great moves. Long feed, playing some keep away from Claypier. Down the field to Screen, who's defended by Yon Solis. Deep down near the end line for Menje, and this is lost. Rolling off of the pitch for Chattanooga. They can't get something going here. Good play defensively again by Tahir Reed-Brown. He's able to trail the ball, create danger, limit time and space, and it makes things just harder for this Chattanooga side to set something up. I talked about the space. I talked about the shape of these two sides. Let me tell you who's on the pitch right now in this second half. Quack up front, Naglestad, Watson. In the middle, it's Garvanian, Screen, and Mendonça. Robertson rounding out the four in the middle. Kohler, Sarsar, and Dudley on the back. Orlando through the middle of the pitch, dumps it deep into the close wing, and it rolls off. For Orlando right now, Typhy, Ellis, Claypier are led by Tallis, who's all the way up front by himself as the striker. In the middle, it's Judelson and Solis. On the back, it's Platts, Nahima, Sargis, and Reed-Brown. Mercado in goal, and for Chattanooga, it's Jakopovic in goal. And we've entered into the 51st minute. 10 minutes to go until we hit the hour mark in this match, and still a clean sheet between Orlando and Chattanooga. This one barreling towards the draw. This one rattles around at midfield. The ball is going to be possessed by Orlando. Picked up physically by Talis Gomez Ferreira dos Ramos. Farid is after him, and a card for Sarsar. The referee, I could tell he really wanted to card him for the way he did the free kick. And Farid is a little emotional over it, which is unusual. Sarsar very much under control, a good leader for this club. Love watching him play. Sarsar is going to turn the ball over to Orlando and catch the yellow. So Orlando will kick us back underway. Reed-Brown to the close side, down the touchline. 1-2 passes. Claypier goes backwards with it to the right. Left off near the edge of the circle. Orlando looking for somewhere to go. Muhammad, long feed collision. Kohler runs down an Orlando Lion. OCB is going to try the free kick. They're a long way away, but about midway between the 18-yard box and midfield circle. Johan Solis will stay with the ball. Trailing him just behind him is Reed-Brown. In front of Tahir, closer to the 18-yard box, Ellis. Everybody else spread out sporadically, loading things up and trying to make life difficult. Glad you're with us. I'm Gabriel Schrei. We're closing in on the 53rd minute where we're scoreless between Chattanooga and Orlando. Solis backwards, chipped across to Reed-Brown. Tahir, long outward pass for Reed. Sarsar cuts it off. Tate Robertson playing keep away on the back from Claypier. And Dyson can't get the connection. It pinballs off of the field. Watson the give. Chattanooga will throw this in. Tate Robertson back down to the left for Reed to Eldine. From the end line, Jakopovic will sky this out to midfield. Orlando strikes it through traffic as they take it away and preventing any danger, any possession from Chattanooga. Good look, good work with the ball. Sargis feeds it forward. Ball is rattled around a bit. Now at midfield, it's regathered. Orlando staying on top of it. Reed-Brown to the right. Sargis again. All the way beyond the penalty arc, it's Mercado. Carlos, maybe some danger. Long floater down the field in front of the Chattanooga bench. Orlando has it. Chips around one defender, now another. Solis gets this over the top. A long outward feed for Orlando City B. Around the boots of Garvanian. Right side of the 18. He's into it down near the end line. This is Typhy with the ball. Back out front to Solis, who's parked and ready to go. Welcome to the 54th minute. Left off for the end line. Centering ball deflected by Chattanooga up onto the concourse. This finds grass and a flurry of young fans eager to toss the ball back onto the pitch. 54th minute winding. Buckle your seatbelt. The ride certainly going to get bumpy. From the corner, we'll see the bend for Orlando City B. This is an important set piece. A long delivery coming momentarily. This one bent back door out front. On the spot, header, it goes wide. Over the top, a lot of arc on that. Not a chance. Once he got his held onto the ball, it was misdirected, misfired, goes over the end line. Goal kick for Chattanooga Football Club. There's so many great matches going on around the league right now and tomorrow. MLSNP.com. It's MLSNextPro.com if you want to check out the full league schedule for the week and news from around the league. ChattanoogaFC.com to get tickets. Find the club on social media, Chattanooga FC. Get up to date on news, the latest happenings. Emails are great. I highly recommend subscribing. They do great press advisories and so much more. ChattanoogaFC.com. Ball is rattling around after the kick by the goalkeeper. Eldine delivers this out to screen. He touches it to Naglestad. Marcus, the veteran from Christensen, tries the far side, deep on the left on the edge of the 18. Chattanooga knifing his way inside as Menje, and the slide tackle sends the ball off. Well-placed boot by Rodriguez. Nothing that Chattanooga can do to stay with that, and it's last touched by CFC, so the ball turned over to Mercado. 55th minute comes to a close, and our sheet is still clean. We've already played 10 minutes of action in our second half of action between Chattanooga and Orlando. Carlos will float this across, and Solis will kick it to him. Gabriel Schrei, Pro Side Soccer Radio coverage. Back underway as Carlos floats this out to midfield. Over the top, Orlando staying with it through traffic, booted around one defender and cut off on the back. Kohler distributes to Robertson on the close touchline. They're going left to right. It's Chattanooga. Through traffic down to midfield. Another long pass out front of the CFC bench. Chattanooga, long outward ball for Callum Watson along the touchline down to the end line. Cut off by Orlando. Trapped on the side of the field and trying to get this down away towards midfield, but unable to clear. Chattanooga does a great job of preventing that ball from being cleared. They won't keep possession, but they do break things up and slow the pace of the game, keeping Orlando from trying to flip the field quickly. OCB throws in and taken by Chattanooga off of the possession. CFC passes this towards the left side of the 18. Long feed over the top. Menje fires a shot, and it's deflected by Mercado. Carlos, a brilliant save, gets gloves out of the ball again. Naglestad is crashing and tries to clean it up, but really just a great feed down inside. Quack takes it. There's three defenders there. He's on the left side of the 6-yard box. Dives, sells out, sacrifices his body, lights off a shot to the left side, and it's saved by Carlos, the 6'3 Texan, standing on his head tonight. Looking really good in Chattanooga. He's down again. This is the third time he's been down, and they're calling for Melanie Schaefer, the medical trainer. A medical staff member did not travel today with the Florida-based club from the Sunshine State. And at some point, when a guy is down for the third time, I don't know if you say, hey, this is time wasting at some point. I would say he's over 8 collective minutes of lying on the turf during the match, just broken up into 3 separate occasions. Either way, I got to think they're going to have to stop him at some point from doing that. Melanie Schaefer comes on to check onto the keeper of Orlando City B. Hopefully he's all right. We'll return midway through the 58th minute and scoreless in Chattanooga, Tennessee.
The dangers of vaping can be hard. Getting them to listen to hot gossip is easy. So here's some drama you could share with your kid. Dude, did you hear about Cassie and Jake? No, but did you hear that vaping can cause irreversible lung damage and nicotine affects brain development? Nuh-uh. You don't need to gossip if you want to have an open conversation about vaping. So if you want to get tips on when and how to talk to your kids, visit talkaboutvaping.org. Brought to you by the American Lung Association and the Ad Council.
This is the Chattanooga Kickoff Network. Now back to more Chattanooga Football Club action with your play-by-play host, Gabriel Schrei.
back in Chattanooga where Mercado went down for the third time. Hopefully he's all right. The keeper back up on his boots and looks to be ready to play. Glad you're with us. Gabriel Schrei, clean sheet between Chattanooga and Orlando as OCB kicks us back underway. Mercado will deliver the goal kick. A long dropped ball over the top. This one rattles around, and coming up with it is Eldin Jakobovic. He'll light off a long outlet feed down the field, finds Naglestad on the right side, trying for the centering bead, and this one booted away from Marcus. The Norwegian fights his way to the right side of the 18-yard box, looking for somewhere to bend that and just can't pull it all together. Tate Robertson will be the one who will deliver a set-piece opportunity for Chattanooga. He's heading down to the close corner on the right side. We're into the 60th minute, nearly 1 hour of this match in the books. A quarter of an hour in our second half. So far, it has been very, very close. It does really feel like Orlando has a lot of momentum and has been handling Chattanooga very well, but obviously bending without breaking. Clean sheet, 60th minute. Set on right side of the 18-yard box, screen down into the wing from the touchline, right side of the 6-yard box, bent by Naglestad and headed away. Sent into the air by Orlando, gathered by Watson on the far side. Callum pitched out front, Mendonca's got it, Chattanooga. 1 hour gone. Back down into the edge of the wing. Shot deflected away, booted by Orlando. Headed to midfield. Chattanooga controls. Sent over the top by Garvanyan. Milo can't deliver this well. Off the circle, and the whistle sounds as this will be a kick. Chattanooga had something going for a minute. Naglestad fired an absolute blast, and it was headed away very well by Orlando. Able to park bodies in traffic. Shut down would-be scoring chances. Glad you're with us. Gabriel Schrei. Mercado is going to be the one to boot this back down the field. Taken out of the air by Tate Robertson. Chattanooga stole that away. A pass for Taifi, unable to reach him. Sent to the back door where Garvanyan's got it. Delivered deep into the wing on the left side. Back out front, Robertson. Long feed, down low, fires a shot. Menjay can't get this on target. Too many Orlando bodies in the way. And the White Kits create the turnover. They'll get the kick from on top of the penalty spot. 62nd minute is here in a scoreless match between Chattanooga and Orlando. OCB on the road, a tough test, and one of the top teams on the table. In fact, these two are 4 and 5 respectively, both undefeated, 2 wins and a draw, both with 8 points on the MLS Next Pro table. Orlando just outside of their own area, pinballing this all around through vacant space over the midfield circle, taken up on the back by Kohler. Nathan left this off. Chattanooga from left to right. Menjay, dribble, walking his way through midfield. Tries the pitch, nowhere to go. Chattanooga down the touchline on the left, looking to the corner. CFC back out front on the left side of the 18. They stay with it, screen. He's going to send it back to the midfield stripe. Not a lot of space to work with. Gathered up by Kohler. And this one delivered to Farid Sarsar. Farid walks his way down the touchline. Naglestad is run down on the right side of the 18-yard box. Throw in quickly for Chattanooga Football Club. Out front, right side of the penalty arc, free kick awarded. Mendonca was on top of the ball, and he was clipped from behind by Talis Gomez Ferreira dos Ramos. It was enough for the referee to immediately signal for a free kick. And that's really prime positioning. That's going to be important. 2 changes coming for Chattanooga's football club. Daniel Mangarov will come on for Robert Screen. Keegan Anselin also getting a change into the match for Chattanooga. Mangarov and Anselin onto the pitch. Hold on a moment. Keegan is being held back. Daniel Mangarov, really nice piece. Midfielder, spent last year at the University of Virginia with the Cavaliers. Had a nice season. Anselin came from the University of West Florida. He played there for former Chattanooga FC head coach Bill Elliott. Came highly recommended. Big towering presence, 6'4". 64th minute, halfway over. This is the free kick from the right side of the 18-yard box. Floated over the top to the left. There's a shot, blasted backwards, regathered, fires again. This one sails high and very wide. Nothing doing, and so Mercado will get us back underway with goal kick. 64th minute winding. Scoreless, Chattanooga and Orlando from the Scenic City. And nearly a quarter of an hour played in our second half of action between these two. This one rolled down to midfield on the backside of the circle. Orlando Solis looking for somewhere to deliver this. Chattanooga's last couple of matches, a 1-0 victory in the U.S. Open Cup over Corpus Christi FC. Then played to a draw in Atlanta, I should say in Kennesaw, against Atlanta United 2 at Fifth Third Stadium. That was back on the 30th. And they opened up April on Wednesday with a draw against the Red Wolves, but they lost the penalties, and that means that the Red Wolves will advance in the U.S. Open Cup. They're out. After this match, they'll take on Carolina Core on the 13th, Crown Legacy on the 19th, and travel to Columbus on the 27th. Still scoreless. Right now, Orlando moving it through the central part of the field, all the way down into the wing on the far side. Looking to center this up. It goes to the end line and sent off unintentionally, hoping for goal kick. Not going to get it. Orlando and Chattanooga dueled all the way from the center of the pitch down to the end line. 66th minute has arrived. Time continues to wind. Chattanooga, coached by first-year head coach Chris Nugent, originally from Surrey, England, came to the club in 2022 and is his assistant, and they love his innovative use of data. He's well known for that. Chattanooga deflects away the throw-in by Orlando. It was alongside the 18-yard box, sent towards midfield, and sent off again. Chattanooga Football Club dropped a promo for their match against the Red Wolves, and the tagline they used in the voiceover was "Built, Not Bought." They flashed it up on the screen in big letters, and they've already got a banner made. The Chattanooga Hooligans have a giant "Built, Not Bought" banner. I love it. 67th minute winds up on the clock as our sheet is still clean. Chattanooga and Orlando from left to right. Long feed, Naglestad deep into the wing on the left side, down near the end line. Crossing ball back door, fires a shot, and he missed. He misfired. It's cleared by Orlando. Tate Robertson regathers, right side of the penalty arc. Slows his roll and pitches it across to the left side of the 18. Callum Watson delivers to Menje. Standing on the touchline, down deep in the wing. Working his way to the end line, wants the crossing feed, and Orlando will boot it off intentionally. Gabriel Schrei, glad you're along for this. Corner kick will come from the far side for Chattanooga FC. 68th minute arrives. Chattanooga floats this over the top. Header down inside and cleared from the 6-yard box. Really awkward collision down there. Orlando's man goes down hard. Watson tried to feed it to Fareed, and there's just too many bodies. Great job of clogging things up by Orlando. Sunshine State stays strong. Orlando City B, led by head coach Manuel Goldberg, youngest head coach in MLS Next Pro history. Promoted after 2 seasons as an assistant, very similar to Coach Nugent. Coached at Barca Pro Academy in Miami. He's also coached in Argentina and Israel internationally. Assistant coaches for Orlando include Julian Vergara, Marcus Machado, and Andres Gollins. Chattanooga Football Club assistant coaches helping out Chris Nugent include Adam Reiki, Liam Davies, Richard Dixon, and Chris Baracus. Chattanooga regathers off of a clearing feed by Orlando midway between the 18-yard box and midfield stripe. Chattanooga to the far touchline, left to right, trying to get the connection down the pitch. This one sent backwards and deflected away. Milo Garvanyan wanted to look this long down towards the 18-yard box, and Tales Gomez Ferreira dos Ramos is there, able to prevent anything from happening. Regathered, Fareed Sarsar alongside the circle will try the far side. Justin Ellis defending him. Orlando back in a defensive shell. Watson shoveled hard and able to stay with the ball as Chattanooga. Mendonça picks it up, delivers a long feed down the left side into the wing, trying to avoid going offside. Menje pulls up, hits the brakes, and this one rolls off. So far, possession has been in favor of Orlando, 52% to the 48 of Chattanooga. Shots have been 8-6, Orlando leading that category. 5 on target for Orlando, 3 for Chattanooga Football Club. And a change coming. Dyson comes off for Torrey, who will see his first action for Orlando City B this season. Checks in midway through our 70th minute. Down to 20 left to play. We've already played a half of an hour in our second half of action between these two. Sheet is clean in Chattanooga. Time winding and the tension building. These are super crucial league points. You want to stay ahead of the race. You want to stay with it. This is a club that's continued to change shape rapidly. Chattanooga has always been extremely competitive, and it's bizarre to think that a magical season, a really good season last year, their first season in MLSNP in 2024 was actually one of the worst seasons in club history. It didn't feel like it. I think, when your expectations are so high, it's hard to live up to that season in and season out. 70th minute comes to a close, and we are still scoreless as we are getting another change. Naglestad's day appears to be done. Indeed it is, and we're going to see Peter coming in his stead. Plowman, top goal scorer, National Player of the Year in Division II. An impressive tally of 25 goals for Mars Hill. Helped the Lions to the NCAA tournament for the first time since 2012. 69 matches, 59 goals in the NCAA. We're back underway. Peter in place of Marcus. Orlando through the middle of the pitch. Solis evading Fareed Sarsar all the way to the penalty arc. Pass to the right of the penalty spot. Shot flies wide and high over the top. What a delivery. Solis absolutely knifing his way down the pitch. He took that from the middle part, the central area, on the circle, all the way down, heavily pursued. He had Sarsar right behind him. He had Kohler right in front of him. Goes to the right side, gets hooked up with Talis, and his shot just has too much sauce on it. Delivers it over the top onto the concourse and the greenery. Momentary pause while they sort things out, and back underway. Orlando just outside of the 18-yard box of Chattanooga with a scoreless sheet showing. And midway through the 72nd minute, here's a long feed down the touchline, reversing fields entirely. Peter Plowman down in the wing from the right side of the 18-yard box, rolled out front to Mendonça. Nick looking both ways, left off. Tate Robertson bends a shot inside. I think he was looking for help, and instead this one hops, skeeters, and is caught by Mercado, the keeper. Those gloves flash and keep us scoreless as we roll to the 73rd minute of play. Just over a quarter of an hour left to go in regulation between Orlando and Chattanooga, who are scoreless. Orlando, long bouncing feed through midfield. Here's a ton of room for Solis, and he's got help. Left off to the left side of the 18-yard box. Taifi, here's a shot to the top side and gloved high by Jakopovic. Eldine, highlight reel save. He's incredible. That's amazing. Long feed to Zachariah. Taifi is heavily defended by Fareed. I would even say that's close to a foul. He gets around him, takes the shot anyhow. It's perfectly on the mark in the upper left corner, and Eldine flashes the glove. He's just lights out. 73rd minute is about to close into our 74th. A corner kick coming for Orlando from the close side. Everybody down on the left. 2 white kits in the 6-yard box. Now they crash as the signal comes. Delivered backdoor, too much on it, and it rolls into the far wing. just outside of the 18 on the right side for Orlando City B. They fight to the end line, looking for a bend over the top. Out front, Eldine swats it, gathered on the left side of the 18. Reworking his way out front to here, Reed Brown. Too much pressure from Garvanian, so he rolls it towards the penalty arc. Bent backdoor header, this one too much off the side. It went wide right for Orlando, and a sigh of relief for Chattanooga as that will be goal kick. What an attempt. Orlando kept it going. Muhammad floats it back door. Great header, but it's off the mark for Telles. Gomez Ferreira dos Ramos, the Brazilian, yet to score this season. The 19-year-old, very young, very talented, came from Botafogo SP in Brazil's Serie B. Tallied 9 goals and assists in 20 appearances. Played U20 for Botafogo SP. Well-known, versatile attacking style, shifts well to the wing and sparks movement across the front line. I've seen that tonight for sure. Ball goes backwards for Chattanooga as they've gathered it up off of goal kick in midfield. Mendonça looking for a pass, won't get it. Garvanian tries to feed it into the wing, rejected by Orlando, and Chattanooga will have to reset behind the midfield circle. Kohler leaves it off to Farid. Sarsar walking his way down the touchline, chipped inside. Watson bends this to the back door on the left side of the 18. It's in the wing. Chattanooga inside. What a brilliant pass, wide right. He just missed, and he punches the turf. Oh, goodness. Milo, perfect pass. That's incredible. If he had scored that, that's on SportsCenter tomorrow. Goes inside, into the 18 on the left side, where he finds Daniel Mangarov, the central midfielder. He's heavily defended and double teamed, so what does he do? He heels it with his right foot off of his left heel, and the angle backwards goes back to Milo Garvanian, who's wide open on the left side, midway through the 18 towards the 6-yard box. He rips off his shot to the right. Nobody is there, and he misfired. It was wide open. Mercado was off his base, wouldn't have been able to have done anything. Garvanian is furious with himself, but brilliant pass, brilliant play. 1/4 of an hour left to play in regulation. We're midway through our 76th minute and scoreless between Orlando and Chattanooga. Gabriel Schrei, glad you're with us. The tension continues to build in Tennessee. Rolled backwards carefully by Justin Ellis for a reset. Solis on top of the ball. Referees tonight, Mohamed Kalea, the head referee, Austin Holt, Joshua Belk, our ARs. Alexander Zaleski is the fourth official. Ball over the top for Chattanooga. Peter is run down from behind. Chattanooga wants a call, and the referee says, no, you're not getting it. 77th minute rolls onto the clock. Solis at midfield, steps around 1, 2, 3 defenders. Over the stripe, long feed. He's got a connection. Taifi down inside, stolen by Chattanooga in vacant space on an attempted pass to the right side of the 18. Chattanooga will reset. Kohler going to try and work this out to midfield. 78th minute coming up quickly as the score is still 0. CFC from midfield to the left. Watson walking backwards, bends it across to Farid Sarsar, all the way down that center field stripe. Towards the wing on the right side. Left off on the edge of the 18-yard box. Backdoor feed. Chattanooga's got it. Here's a howitzer of a shot, and he buries it into the twine. Chattanooga lights the lamp and pulls the lead in their direction. It's 1-0 CFC. Daniel Mangarov, the central midfielder, gathers up a beautiful feed that crosses through the 18-yard box. He's on the left side, fires a shot, and scores his second goal of the season with an absolute laser. A great connection. Keegan Anselin runs it down to the end line on the right side and sends it out. He's about 5 or 6 yards off the 6-yard box, sends it through the 18 across the penalty spot to the left side, just in front of the 6-yard box. That's where Mangarov, as he gathers, fires quickly to the right. Mercado cannot get set in time. His hips are out of position. It's 1-0 Chattanooga FC. And with the heat, a short water break for these guys before we kick off again. Orlando will have the ball, and they will be working furiously to score with just over 11 minutes left to play in regulation as we've rolled into our 79th minute in Chattanooga, Tennessee. CFC and Orlando City have played 3 closely fought matches in the history of these two clubs. All 3 of them last season. Chattanooga won head-to-head with 2 draws for penalty shootout wins, plus an outright win. Orlando to kick, trailing 1-0 now to Chattanooga's football club after Daniel Mangarov buried the goal. 79th minute is rolling towards the 80th. Chattanooga just drew 12,000 fans on a Wednesday. Great turnout tonight for CFC. Great fun for the whole family. CFCTix.com, TIX.com, ChattanoogaFC.com. Click onto the tickets tab. Get your tickets. Join us at Fort Finley. Next home match is going to be on April 19th against Crown Legacy, and it's a fun night for the whole family and adults too. Great date. Long feed down the touchline to Typhy. He's got it, Zachariah. Out front, still on the left side of the 18-yard box, just beyond it. Walking it down that line is Justin Ellis, right side of the penalty arc. Long shot covered. Dribbled and gloved by Aldine, and he's going to take his time on the goal kick as we're into the 80th minute of play between Orlando and Chattanooga's football club. Chattanooga Football Club next will hit the road and take on Carolina Core. Then they host Crown Legacy on April 19th before traveling to take on Columbus Crew on the 27th. Following that, they host Philadelphia, the Union, in the early stages of May. We'll have coverage of all those matches, ChattanoogaFC.com for all the latest. 1-0 right now as the 81st minute is creeping up on us, and we say goodbye to the 80th. Chattanooga Football Club in the lead. Chattanooga number 4 in the league in the full league poll. Orlando number 5, both 2-0-1 with 8 points. Deadlocked with 4 total teams that have 8 points, all with similar records. New England, NYCFC, Chattanooga FC, and Orlando. Ball out to midfield, inside of the circle, and OCB playing pitch and catch. Inside of 10 minutes to go as we're closing in on the 82nd minute where it's a 1-goal Chattanooga lead. It's 1-0. Ball sent out of the area into the wing as Orlando had a great head of steam and they just lost it. Misfired, miscommunicated. Either way, goal kick, Chattanooga and Eldine. Chattanooga coming off of a couple of great matches in a row. Let's talk about what's next for Orlando City B. New England Revolution await them. They're going to host them on April 9th, then hit the road, staying in state. Inter Miami, that's a close one on the 19th, before hosting New York Red Bulls on the 27th, and then heading to the Windy City in the early part of May. Cleverly done schedule avoiding the cold weather. 82nd minute is winding. We're about halfway through it. It's 1-0 Chattanooga. Late in regulation. Glad you're with us. How about New England getting to go to Florida in April? That's my goal. Anytime we can schedule a Midwest team to just go down there. The whole first part of your season, going to be at home. Sorry, Orlando. Inter Miami, too, while we're at it. Orlando behind midfield. They've got the ball. Pitch and catch to Reed Brown. Tejeda leaves it off. He's got a connection with Justin Ellis, who wants to go forward. Being pursued by Kohler, and Nathan is too much as they leave it off in the circle. Backwards, backwards, backwards. It's Muhammad. From the center back position, this one rolled all the way to the keeper as we enter the 83rd minute of play, where it's a 1-0 Chattanooga FC lead. The only hope now, Orlando needs to score quickly. Obviously, we're going to get some stoppage time. I would question how much. I really only can think of one significant stoppage, and that was when Mercado went down. In the first half, he spent more time on the turf, and they only called for 3 minutes of stoppage time. My prediction is for between 2 and 4 as of right now. 83rd minute is halfway over. It's 1-0 Chattanooga FC. Ball is just behind midfield through the circle to the far side. From right to left goes Orlando City. Chipped away by Chattanooga Football Club deep into the area over the spot, and Eldine's got it. 84th minute coming quickly. Maybe some trouble coming here for Chattanooga. Orlando's got to string something together. Chattanooga from left to right. One pass, now two. They might score. Down inside, fires the shot, and he gets it to go. Keegan Anselin, a beauty of a berry. Russell the Twine, young man, fire the shot. He scores his third goal of the season. What a tandem. Mangarov and Anselin are unstoppable together. The 84th minute sees Chattanooga score a second goal, and the insurance goal means a 2-0 victory is likely in the works for Chattanooga's football club. How about that? An absolute howitzer. Mangarov delivers it out front. Anselin's all alone on the left side of the 6-yard box, walks it right up to it. He's about 6 feet beyond it, fires the shot left-footed, and Mercado is completely bent out of shape, completely out of position, easily rustles the Twine to make it 2-0 Chattanooga Football Club as we enter into the 85th minute. 6 minutes to play in regulation. Mendonça gets a change for Stevie Luis Jean. Orlando City B will kick to resume match play midway through our 85th minute. Chattanooga Football Club is looking for a 3-0-1 start in MLSNP action. This one taken from midfield, driving away from Luis Jean. Run down by Anselin. Keegan, free kick drawn by Solis. Long feed from right to left. The quick connection doesn't go anywhere. Orlando will reset. Now left off for Justin Ellis. Down to the corner to Tyfee. He's going to go back out front to Ellis. Justin dribbling his way to the left side of the 18-yard box. A lot of pressure. Delivers this deep in the wing. Orlando from the touchline in the corner wants to go out front. Solis inside, and it's deflected, rejected by Chattanooga. Stamp that with postage and aerial play. Watson through traffic and kept away from Tal just barely. Nearly runs down Yukopovic. He's hurt. He went into the ankle of Eldine, and that seems to be a genuine injury. Eldine looked injured immediately, waved his hand frantically. Watson spiked the ball with his right foot. Sarsar touched it. Oddity there. Oddity. It's hard to tell if there was a collision, how hard. I would need to see the replay. Tighter, slow motion, really close to know if there was a collision. Looked like he might have stepped on or caught the right foot of Eldine, but he's back onto his boots, so that's a great sign. And another change for Orlando City. Clovis Archange into the match. He's played 7 minutes this season. He'll get at least 4 more tonight at the Scenic City as he comes in for Platts. Time winding, 87th minute is almost halfway over where it's 2-0 Chattanooga Football Club. Late stages into the circle, evading a defender, near collision for Tahir Reed-Brown. The American native chips this over the top, a floater into the wing on the right side of the 18 of Chattanooga. CFC takes it away. 87th minute rolling, Chattanooga just behind midfield. Luis Jean evading a defender. Can't be stripped of the ball. He floats it to the touchline. From left to right, one connection. Now Chattanooga going backwards, happy to burn as much clock as possible. Time-wasting City, USA. Lookout Mountain has fallen dark. The lights have come on. Folks looking down onto Fort Finley and Finley Stadium from all around us on the ridges. Nice turnout tonight. Just a reminder, you can get tickets and be at the next home match of Chattanooga Football Club. ChattanoogaFC.com, tickets tab, CFCTix.com. Buy your tickets today. The next home match is against Crown Legacy on April 19th, and it's a great event. I can't recommend taking a date to it enough. I have plenty of friends that have done that. I have adult friends who come just as friends to hang out. It's something to do. It's very affordable. There's a lot of activity inside of the stadium while you're there, and it's something different every night. It's always spicy. Come check it out, and it's plenty of fun for the whole family. It's a great thing to do with the kids. Again, very affordable night out and a lot of fun and great memories. Can't think of a better way to spend your night, to be honest, especially if the weather's good. So Orlando is back on their own side, trying to get something going. They're playing pitch and catch, but Chattanooga's pressure just too much. Their shape has been over midfield. Now Orlando will try the long outlet feed down the right side of the field, up the touchline. Typhy onto the ball, heavily defended by Chattanooga. Garvanyan making life difficult. Working backwards towards the midfield stripe. Now, near the circle, Peter takes it away for Chattanooga Football Club. He's working from left to right through the central field circle. Wants to pass it off and gets it to Anselin. Keegan, double teamed. He'll go backwards to the center of the pitch. Tate Robertson wanted to light off a pass, but he stopped himself. And I think Chattanooga is just trying to kill as much time as they can. Keegan a little pushing and shoving with Archange. Ball rolls off over the touchline, last touched by Orlando City B, so Chattanooga Football Club will throw in. They're way down on the right on the attacking side late in the 89th minute. We've nearly played 1.5 hours of soccer. Say hello to the 90th minute where it's 2-0. Chattanooga Football Club, a commanding lead at home at Fort Finley. They're looking to rise to 3-0-1 on this young season, and they're going to be right at the top of the table. Very impressive showing. In a moment, I'll talk to you about league standings and implications. Here's a shot from Chattanooga off the throw-in. It goes long and is deflected away easily. That should be a corner for Chattanooga. So as of right now in the live standings, they're actively playing, and this is relying on active matches. This will push Chattanooga ahead of New England in the Eastern Conference, and they will be the #1 club in the Eastern Conference for the night at 4 games played, 3 wins, and 1 draw. In the overall standings, if this result holds, as soon as the match concludes with 11 points, they'll be the #2 team in the league, knotted up with St. Louis. Back underway, Chattanooga throws in. We've played 1.5 hours, 4 minutes of stoppage time called for in this 2-0 match. Chattanooga has that commanding lead, and they're just looking to kill the clock as quickly as possible. 4 minutes of stoppage time. We're already a quarter of a minute into it as Chattanooga is pitching and catching the ball back and forth near midfield. So that's what your standings will be as long as they don't find some way to muck this up. But it seems incredibly unlikely that Orlando would now suddenly be able to produce a pair of goals and force a draw and shootout, or even come back and score a hat trick in the last 3.5 minutes of stoppage time. 91st minute, winding quickly. Chattanooga tries a long feed down the left touchline alongside the 18-yard box, and it's hammered backwards by Orlando, who gathers. OCB rolls this off errantly, so it'll be a Chattanooga Football Club throw-in. They're leading 2-0, playing out 4 minutes of stoppage time, and 60 seconds of that has already gone as we enter the 92nd minute. Chattanooga FC long throw-in into the 18. OCB kicks this one high, aerial play out to midfield where Watson will gather. Chattanooga just beyond the midfield stripe, working from left to right. Airs it out just inside of the wing, down near the touchline in the corner. Wants to feed that out front. Trapped and maybe in trouble. Heavily defended there by Noham, and he'll send it off intentionally, so it's a Chattanooga set piece. The throw in from alongside the corner. Chattanooga. We played 90 seconds of stoppage time. They called for 4 minutes. Almost to our 93rd minute of play, where it's 2-0 Chattanooga FC. Battles from the corner, sent out towards the wing on the left side of the 18-yard box. This one rattles around as Watson gathers. Stevie Luis Jean tags it over to him. A handoff. It's stolen by Orlando. From right to left they go. Through the middle portion of the field, over the circle. Left off. Good delivery. Solis looking for somewhere to go. He's going to give it off to Tahir Brown. Out front of the midfield circle and back to Solis. Orlando City B walking the ball from right to left. They're going to slow it up. We played 2.25 minutes of stoppage time. 4 total called for. 2-0 Chattanooga FC, and we're halfway through our 93rd minute of play for these two sides. Peter harasses Orlando's man. He's going to return it to midfield, and Orlando City B seems to have lost the wind in their sails. From right to left, this comes from midfield down to the left side on the touchline. Chattanooga coasting towards the win. We played 2 minutes and 40 seconds of our 4 minutes of stoppage time. Long floating pass down into the 18-yard box. scenario by Chattanooga, unable to connect. Orlando was looking for a last-second volley down inside to get a shot off, and Chattanooga busted up. Really well played by Tate Robertson on the back, tracks that through the air, kicks it off, and able to put it off of the defender, or I should say attacker, a would-be attacker, and that means it's goal kick for Chattanooga FC off of the end line. 3.25 minutes, 4 minutes of stoppage time showing on the clock as we're almost midway through our 94th, where it's 2-0 Chattanooga FC. Orlando battling. There's a handball for sure. A little pushing and shoving. The referee lets it go. Dylan Judelson threw a little baby stiff arm, not enough to draw anything. Orlando back underway from right to left. Long strike of the ball, vacant space, and this one rolls all the way to Eldine untouched. Talas up after the ball, but not enough speed from Gomez Ferreira dos Ramos to stay with it in our 4 minutes of stoppage time. 2-0 Chattanooga FC. We'll see if they stay true to 4 minutes sharp and blow us dead on this goal kick by Eldine. Rolled out to midfield, Tate Robertson onto the ball, and there's our final whistle. A 2-0 victory for Chattanooga's football club at Fort Finley. They come through in commanding fashion at home to take the victory from Orlando City B. They have never lost to this club. Played to one draw, played to another draw, won the shootout in both of those, won outright once last season, and their first matchup together this year in Tennessee is an outright Chattanooga FC victory, 2-0. Before I send you on your way and let you go, we're going to talk numbers. So the standings are live. They're not concrete because there's two other matches going on in the top five right now. This means that Orlando should stay put at fourth. NYCFC is going to drop a place actually and swap with them. So Orlando is pushing from fifth to fourth. NYCFC loses, still with 8 points, but they drop under Orlando City B. New England at third, and Chattanooga FC is pushed to second in MLSNP for the moment overall. They also lead the Eastern Conference for the night, right behind St. Louis in the overall standings with 11 total points. St. Louis also 3-0-1 in the overall standings. Before I send you on your way, I'll get you final stats. I appreciate you hanging out for our radio coverage of tonight's match. Been an absolute instant classic between these two. So many more great matches to go. Before we get to the stats, what's next? New England will visit Orlando on the 9th and take on Orlando City B. Then they travel to Miami, Fort Lauderdale to take on Inter Miami CF2, April 15th. Then they host New York Red Bulls 2. That's on April 27th. For Chattanooga Football Club, they're going to hit the road and take on Carolina Core on the 13th. Then they play host to Crown Legacy. You can get tickets now at ChattanoogaFC.com. Click onto the tickets tab. That's on April 19th before they hit the road again and head to Ohio to take on Columbus on April 27th. Stats are pretty straightforward. A pair of goals scored. First, it's Anselin. Then it's Mangarov, and they look great. They both fed each other the ball tonight. 13 shots for Orlando, a dozen for Chattanooga. 7 on shot for OCB, 5 for CFC. 4 blocked shots for Chattanooga's football club, just 1 for Orlando. 400 passes for both of these clubs. Orlando edges that category by 30 passes exactly. Passing percentage, 86.9 Chattanooga, 86.4 Orlando. 8 corners to 6 Chattanooga. Total crosses 9-2 Chattanooga. Just a great overall night, and Eldine Yukupovic is my player of the match, and that'll wrap our radio coverage from Fort Finley of what was a really good match between Orlando and Chattanooga. Thanks for being with us. Looking forward to catching you next time. I will be on the call again on the radio on April 15th. Hope you'll join us. Scratch that, April 19th. Hope you'll join us at Fort Finley as Crown Legacy makes the trip to Chattanooga, Tennessee. Again, your final score, 2-0 Chattanooga Football Club, a commanding victory at home for CFC Orlando. All of the fans and the staff here, I'm Gabriel Schrei saying so long for Chattanooga Football Club.
Kids about the dangers of vaping can be hard. Getting them to listen to hot gossip is easy. So here's some drama you could share with your kid. Dude, did you hear about Cassie and Jake? No, but did you hear that vaping can cause irreversible lung damage and nicotine affects brain development? Nuh-uh. You don't need to gossip if you want to have an open conversation about vaping. So if you want to get tips on when and how to talk to your kids, visit talkaboutvaping.org. Brought to you by the American Lung Association and the Ad Council.
What I know about courage, I learned from my adoptive mom. She said sometimes you just gotta hold on and know we'll get through this. Mom, we are so high up. Hold my hand.
No, you hold my hand.
Here we go.
Learn about adopting a teen from foster care. You can't imagine the reward. Visit adoptuskids.org to find out more.
I learned patience from my adoptive dad. All he had to say was,
Hey, you got this. Just breathe. Hey, we're pretty good.
Yeah.
Might have to start a band.
I got it.
Learn about adopting a teen from foster care. You can't imagine the reward. Visit adoptuskids.org to find out more. This message is brought to you by Adopt US Kids, the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, and the Ad Council.
Can't make it to the game? No problem. Tune in to the Chattanooga Kickoff Network for live broadcasts of every Chattanooga Football Club match. Hear every goal, every save, and every moment of excitement from the comfort of your home. Don't miss a second of the action, whether you're at home or on the go. Follow us on the Chattanooga Kickoff Network and stay connected with all the live updates and commentary. Experience the game as if you were right there in the stadium. Chattanooga Kickoff Network, bringing the game to you.
This summer, the Games will bring us together to celebrate our nation's athletes, their sacrifices, resilience, and unwavering passion. Because at the U.S. Center for Safe Sport, we believe athletes are defined by their journey, not the medals they win. And creating a safer stage for all levels of competition is our priority, from the practice fields in your town to the podium in Paris. Join the movement to end abuse at uscenterforsafesport.org.
Retirement can be scary, but only if you're not prepared. That's why AARP created thisispretirement.org. Because unless you've already retired, you're in pretirement, and you still have time to plan. Learn about retirement savings options, potential tax breaks, and how you can build savings over time. Visit thisispretirement.org for free resources to help you customize your action plan and feel the retirement fear disappear. Brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
Hey Chattanooga FC fans, stay connected with all the latest news, match updates, and behind-the-scenes action by following Chattanooga Football Club on social media. From Twitter and Instagram to Facebook and YouTube, we're bringing you closer to the team you love. Join the conversation, share your thoughts, and show your support with #ChattanoogaFC. Follow us today and be part of the CFC community. Don't miss out on any of the excitement. Chattanooga Football Club, connecting our city one post at a time. Hey Chattanooga, show your pride for the Chattanooga Football Club. Our team, our city, our pride. Join us at Finley Stadium and experience the thrill of live soccer. From heart-stopping goals to electrifying saves, there's nothing like the roar of the crowd. Get your tickets now at Chattanooga FC.